Announced the launch of the Mission Sudarshan Chakra, state-of-art defense initiative aimed at bolstering India's security. The mission will create a shield to protect India's strategic, civilian and religious sites from potential enemy attack. The announcement came day after Pakistan Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir hinted at targeting Indian assets along the border, including Jamnagar refinery in Gujarat, in case of a future confrontation. Prime Minister also spoke of the nuclear blackmail issue. Let me play out his bite.
आने वाले 10 साल 2035 तक मैं ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा कवच का विस्तार करना चाहता हूं, मजबूती देना चाहता हूं, आधुनिक बनाना चाहता हूं और इसलिए भगवान श्री कृष्ण से प्रेरणा पाकर के हमने श्री कृष्ण का जो सुदर्शन चक्र था उस सुदर्शन चक्र की राह को चुना है। श्री कृष्ण ने अपने सुदर्शन चक्र से सूर्य के प्रकाश को रोक दिया था। अर्जुन ने जो शपथ ली थी जयद्रथ का वध करने की, उस प्रतिज्ञा को अर्जुन पूर्ण कर पाए थे। वो सुदर्शन चक्र के पराक्रम और रणनीति का परिणाम था। अब देश सुदर्शन चक्र मिशन लॉन्च करेगा। पाकिस्तान की नींद अभी भी उड़ी हुई है। पाकिस्तान में हुई तबाही इतनी बड़ी है कि रोज नए नए खुलासे हो रहे हैं। अब भारत ने तय कर लिया है कि न्यूक्लियर की धमकियों को अब हम सहने वाले नहीं हैं।
On this issue, I am joined by Lieutenant General Arun Sahni, former General Officer Commanding in Chief Indian Army, and Air Commodore Dr. Ashwinder Singh Bahal. Thank you both of you, gentlemen, for joining me. General Sahni, my question to you is, when we talk about Iron Dome system, easier said than done. It's expensive. Even Israelis ran short of them during the war with Hamas. And it's multi-layered. You have one Iron Dome, then you have David Sling, and then you have Arrow, which is ballistic missile, intermediate, and then Iron Dome basically takes care of the rockets and the smaller aerial targets. So, can you just decode it for our viewers when Prime Minister is talking about it? Do we expect deeper strikes in civilian areas?
So let me just put it. I think you correctly set the context right. I think Munir's statement of targeting the economic targets which are along the border, and we actually have large borders. I mean, it's 11,000 kilometers, about 3,500 with Pakistan, and then you look at it, the Chinese border, and now if you look at the Bangladesh border as well. So I think the capability that exists today, which we have seen with the Chinese equipment played by the Pakistanis, they could hit in as deep as about 120 to 150 kilometers. We have engaged at about 300 kilometers. Now, how do you tackle this security? You correctly said it's multi-layered and it has three functions. Basically, what you require is, firstly, you require surveillance systems. Today's technology, which has come in finally from the space, with the assets in the air, with the ADCNR kind of systems that you've got. As we said, we had the Hawkeye, which is there, the Netra, which came up of India. All these kind of systems in the air, along with ground surveillance systems, which are deployed, you today have capability to carry out surveillance right across the front and in reasonable depth, which goes as far back as 300 to 500 kilometers. And if you can do that kind of surveillance, then you now have the capability to seamlessly pass it on to a command and control system, which will identify the right weapon platform to be utilized to fire. We have a combination of this. If I had to sort of decode it a bit further, today India has large borders and we have critical targets which are located at different places spatially. You may not be able to have an Iron Dome like what the Israelis have done against, say, Lebanon, Hezbollah, or they did try against, say, the Hamas, because their frontiers were limited. In our case, it will be in piecemeal, but our surveillance system would be integrated. And when you're talking about surveillance system, this integration would take place. And if I have to call it anything, I would say it's an active defense system. I pick up when his aircrafts take off from a particular airfield. I see the direction which they are moving in. It gives me a footprint of where they're going. I activate all my layered air defense assets, oblique my surveillance assets, and that data, when it comes in with the help of AI machine learning, I ensure that categorically it is done in such a seamless manner in milliseconds, and the designated weapon system has been warned. So